Yes, we are back at the main man's site to see the final finish and the numbers, because of course that's what you guys have been waiting for. So Ayush, tell us all about it and just take us straight into it.
Cool, so we'll start off in my favourite room of the whole project of any 1 to 2 bedroom flat, which is the open plan kitchen / living area. The reason I like it so much is because this is the room that allows the value to be added and the uplift to be done. So the kitchen, we've gone for a reed green kitchen from Howden's, and the backsplash as well. This was something we were contemplating quite a bit. Instead of just plain white, we've gone for a cream sort of metro tile. So I think it complements both the worktop and the colour of the kitchen.
Yeah, definitely, because I remember even us discussing about this backsplash thing. I think initially you was going to go for a panel. Was you going to go for a panel before?
No, I was going to do tiles, I just didn't know what colour.
Okay, yeah, and it's good that you've gone for the beige colour and not like a white, because I feel like a white would have been a bit too harsh in it. So like going for this like off-white beigey colour just keeps the room still very much warm in here. And like the high ceilings as well, again, that's always a big bonus with these type of buildings, like these Victorian style things, and it always makes it feel like it's extra spacious in here, even when the rooms aren't that big in here as well.
Yeah, even with the ceiling, we had to drop it, so it's actually even like taller than this, but yeah, at least we had that space to play with.
Yeah,
to drop it and stuff.
And I can see here, like you've even thought out a lot in terms of like the socket heights, even like the aerial points there as well.
That's one thing actually. I still don't know if I like the color of these sockets.
Really?
I don't know if there's too much brushed brass in the flat, but I chose them, so there's nothing I can do. You know
but I think it works very well, especially like how it complements stuff like the handles in here, and it's just keeping consistency in terms of the type of theme that you want to go for. And I feel like because you had a color palette and a color scheme, you've executed it really, really well. So it's something to be proud of, to be honest. And I feel like with those bar stools here, you just got to love them, isn't it? You've literally just got to love them. Like this is perfect. Young couple, young family that are living in here, work from home, they got an easy place here, and it's just a matter of, just because you don't have the actual dining area, you've still got this place here where you can have your lunches, your meals.
Yeah, no, so yeah, the living area as well, I think this in total is like a 22 square meter room.
Yeah.
So I think this just helps break up the kitchen from the living space and where they'll put their sofa, TV, things like that. So I feel like the space of the room is really nice, and obviously because of these 3 big windows, there's enough natural light to make it seem bigger.
I feel like that's a key thing as well with these types of conversions, is the natural light, because the natural light is what will determine whether how big and how spacious it feels in here. Because I feel like even if you just had 2 windows, it might not feel as spacious because
in that area.
Yeah, in this area here. So I feel like that really much helps as well. And I remember even our last one with Byam Road, that had a bay window. So it felt a bit bigger than this room, but because of the natural light, it still does what it needs to do. Okay, so let's head off into the next room.
So this room I kind of called the most boring room because it stayed the same. It was a bedroom, it's always been a bedroom, and we've kept it. All we've done is some cosmetic works and just rearranged some of the sockets.
Yeah, but what I still really like about it is how you've been able to maintain these wardrobe space. Because I remember we first discussed about what are your potential options with it, whether to paint it, varnish it, but a simple change of handles has been able to make the job work. So I guess that is also a tip to the viewers out there that are looking to maybe spruce up their bedroom, spruce up their wardrobe space. You don't have to buy a whole new wardrobe set. You can literally just get change of handles, and it makes a big difference to the room.
Yeah, and it kind of keeps the sort of character of the property. I was gonna paint it white, but I think it was you who told me no, just keep the color. Kind of gives it a contrast in the room, and it looks pretty nice as well. So yeah,
definitely. And now, because I just have to talk about it, seeing it now, the functionality of these diagonal shelves, and now I get it. Yeah. You can be up here, you use this side, but when you're down here, you won't be able to get in this tight corner here. So what do? You put your stuff on this side.
Yeah, and it's like if you had normal shelves, this would end here, and when there's a mattress here and you're sleeping here, it's going to be very hard for you to reach underneath. So that was from the project manager. His head works different.
Makes so much sense. And even having the socket here is convenience, like absolute optimal convenience, optimize the space in here, and I really love it. And I just have to just call it out, even like the door stoppers are brushed brass.
Yeah.
Like you were so consistent with this theme here, which I love it, really love about it. If you're watching this video and you're completely new to property and you're finding it a bit hard to understand the concepts and understand some of the jargon that I'm speaking at the moment, then head over to learnproperty.uk, where you'll be able to get a full, complete beginner's guide course that goes through all the foundation knowledge within under 2 hours that will help you get started and streamline your process. A grand hallway to talk about. Tell us about this hallway.
Okay, so this was actually not in the plans, to be fair, not in the original plans.
You said it on the last one,
Yeah, we were going to just keep the old one, but project manager wanted to change it. And to be fair, I'm quite grateful he did, because the old ones would have just sort of put people off, and especially because that's one of the first things they see when they come and view it. It just looks much cleaner and much nicer.
Yeah, it's like all about the first impressions as well. And there's no point spending so much money everywhere else and not, just spending a few £100s to change the banister.
Exactly.
Like, why would you not do it?
Yeah, and then these 3 lights as well, I really, really like them. To be fair, these are the same ones that's in the breakfast bar.
Okay.
They were quite expensive, but I feel like it just works.
How much was it?
It was £45 for one.
£45 for one, yeah. But to be fair, like it all makes sense. When we start talking about like some of the numbers at the end, it all makes sense as to why you'd want to be going the extra mile for these small features, because people that want to be paying premium price want to be seeing these types of features in their property. And now for the luxury bathroom.
This is probably one of the most stressful rooms just because of the size. We didn't actually know how it was going to work. We were just thinking to put a shower, forget about the bathtub, but to sell it and to get as many viewings as we could, we wanted to keep a bathtub for like a first-time buyer with maybe a child and things like that. To be fair, these tiles, I wasn't so sure about putting it everywhere, but I think now that it's all done, it looks quite nice. I think these were from Walls on Floors, and so were these floor tiles. And then even this, to be fair, we were thinking, we wanted the clear ones, but this is all they had, so we just got it. And to be fair, I think I like it more now. This was about $150, and then to be fair, this was probably the most expensive thing. This was £1,000, so we changed the whole window. It was supply and fit £1,000, which kind of ate into the budget contingency a lot, but it is what it is. And then here as well, because it is such a tight bathroom, I wanted to keep a bit of storage for, toilet rolls, cleaning products, things like that. So we've got like a little storage bit for them there.
And what about the towel rad?
Towel rad was about 180, I think.
That's like a proper nice room though. This is like that work from home spot, clean.
Alright, so we're now into the last bedroom, the value add room, the profit room. And so this was actually the kitchen before. As I said in the last videos, kitchen was an L shape across here, completely stripped that all out and now made it a very nice big master bedroom for the flat.
What I can't wrap my head around is how big this kitchen was for a 1-bedroom flat. And that's the thing that we're doing with these type of properties, is that we're not just remodernizing, we're optimizing this space, helping solve a problem, because now more than one person can live here easily as well. Instead of having a kitchen, a fat kitchen, and 1 bedroom, it just doesn't make any sense, does it? It's being able to optimize the space. And when I think about things like that, that's what also fulfills me as a developer, because yes, I'm also solving a problem. I'm not just coming into a place and when people say, when people talk about developers just driving the prices up, but to be honest, we had a 1-bedroom flat that we've optimized the space. It wasn't used to the max, and we've been able to develop it into a 2-bedroom flat where more people can be accommodated by this area. So yeah, it's lovely bedroom.
Yeah, and then, so now we'll talk about this as well. So I was quite half on whether I should put wardrobes in or not, because we've kept the boiler in this one. We just decided, because we'd have to cover it anyway, we just decided to run it across until the window over there. and it provides, you know, more than enough wardrobe space. I don't even have that many clothes to fill all of these. So.
And I think what's really good about it is it's very sleek. Like the boiler's on, this house is very warm, we've had water running and you still can't even hear a thing, like, which is really good. So when people do think sometimes, oh, what about the sounding on it? I think it's been perfect in terms of like the sounding and the functionality of the room. And again, tell us about this space here, which I'm loving how you've perfectly staged this. Does this come with the flat?
No. Yeah, so this was, I always wanted to use this space as a desk anyway. It was either here or there, but obviously it works way better here, just on the edge of the wardrobe, and it looks out onto, not the best view, but it's still a view, you know, you get natural light, you get just a view into the garden and stuff. And I think it is a very decent sized desk. You can fit, as you can see, a computer on it and then any other bits and bobs that you may need.
Yeah, definitely. And it's so minimal in this room as well. Like, as I said before, it's like coming into this room, you don't have to do much. Like, it's very much a ready to move in type of situation. I feel like with the accents of the color and the different features and the attention to detail, you don't have to come and actually do any decorating as such, and more just furnishing it. Like literally, you can just put in your chair here, mattress there, bedside tables, and you're good to go.
What you need, yeah.
You don't really even want to be putting nothing on these walls because of how nice and clean it looks here. Apart from your TV here, then you're pretty much good to go in here.
Yeah, and then I guess more storage. We have this little...
This is storage galore in this place.
So this is where they can put like their suitcases, vacuums, whatever they want. And this, it's not like incomplete, it's a magnet because there's some pipes and stuff that they may need to get to later.
Oh wow! Oh wow! What a true developer. This has more than enough storage, so no complaints. I can't wait to hear about the feedback from the viewings, but we already know about the feedback from the viewings, don't we, Irish?
Very good feedback.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go straight into it and talk about some of the numbers from this, because that's what you guys have been waiting for. So let's get straight into it. So let's talk figures. So of course we have to ask you, the first question is, actually, let me get my calculator out for this, because I'm gonna need my calculator because the numbers are gonna blow my mind away and then I'm gonna forget. So, starting off with the purchase price of this property.
Purchase price of $360.
$360, and then how much did you spend on, let's say, your cost of your refurb on this project?
So the initial budget was 35, but we went over to about 42.
42, not too bad. And with this finish, is that something that you're happy with? Would you say 42, well worth spent?
Yeah.
Money well spent. Very, very good. And then let's talk about roughly, what would you say you spend on all your fees, your stamp? Because at 360 is not a cheap property. So I'm guessing like you would have incurred a lot of fees in terms of your bridge and finance, your legal fees and things like that. What would you say roughly in terms of all your costings on that one?
So my stamp was about 16 grand.
Yep.
Then we had bridge costs, which was about 23, I think, 23 grand. Solicitor costs, about 4 grand.
Yeah.
And then lease extension as well, it's come to about 8 grand.
Yeah.
And then investor costs, so about 15.
Yep. 468, around, let's say.
Yeah, there's a few more that I can't remember. But
let's say 470. Let's say 470 all in on this property. Yeah, and then when you first got it valued, you got it valued by a few estate agents you brought into the area. And how did you go about picking what estate agent you wanted to use for this property?
Yeah, so I had 4 different agents come in. But the main reason I went for the one I did was because they've literally sold that one right across from us recently as well. So I just thought they'll have people who are interested in that and couldn't buy it, would want to come, literally the same thing, 2-bed flat. So and it kind of worked out.
Yeah, which is really, really good. And I feel like that was the best way to go about it. I always try to look for the biggest agents in the area, or maybe a smaller agent who's looking to work very, very hard to get their sale across and get their name out there. But I feel like you went through the best route in terms of they already have the clientele, they've got the book, they've got the contact book, they will know who to ring and who missed out.
Yeah.
And especially when it's such a sought after area, I feel like people jump on the opportunity to get it. So with it being on the market for days, couple of days, 2 days, after how many viewings?
Yeah, so we, to be fair, okay, so it went on the market on Wednesday. By Friday we had an offer. I accepted that offer, and yeah, it was the first viewing.
And it was the first viewing. It was the first. So you.
But I was stressed. Like, I called him like a week ago, and I was so stressed. I was like, "What if it doesn't sell for this price? And what happens if this and that?" And then he was just like, "It will." Like, he was so confident. And
I was so confident because I know the area. I've seen the finish. I'm like, it's going to happen. You've got a direct comparable across the road selling at a price that you're looking for. So I know you don't want to bank it and say, yes, it's been sold, but just to get for people to understand what you're working with, what offer did you accept on this property?
550.
550,000 pounds, guys. So if I was to do a quick maths on my calculator, what does that number say? 82,000 pounds profit, which is absolutely insane for a 1 to 2 bedroom conversion flip. And this is why you need to get yourself educated to optimize these space and be able to like work out who your target market is, how you can best structure this deal. And again, of course, this isn't something that just happened overnight. The purchase process in itself was absolutely exhaustive, wasn't it?
Yeah. What I would say is like, I'm a big like fan of like, you know, praising those who have helped you, and Ethan has helped me from literally day one. And I told him as well, the day the sale, like we got an offer, I told him, I was like, yo, this happened all because of you and things like that. And yeah.
And that's what I said. As much as, you know, he was very grateful, but I said to him, it's literally all him. Because the thing is, I just like to be able to give people the tools, but if you don't use the tools yourself, nothing will be built. No empire will be built. But Aish has used the tools and went out and really did start building some stuff. And now he's been able to make like a really good profit on this deal that will like, again, launch his journey into property, got a massive good case study, and it's really good. So guys, just remember to keep subscribed, keep in tune with Aish's journey. He's got so much big things coming about. And again, if you want to get this sort of toolbox and the education around it, just make sure you subscribe to this channel and watch out for the Key Advantage group. The link's gonna be in the bio. So remember to like, comment, and we'll catch you in the next video.